Hello everybody, it's Broderick here, and in today's episode I'll be doing a review of a Audio Technica ATH-ADG1 gaming headset. It's one of their newest gaming headsets they just released a few weeks ago. So here we go. The headset has a red, black and silver finish to it, making it look very awesome when you're playing with your friends. It also features massive 53mm drivers, which is very rare for a gaming headset. The cord connecting the headset is only 1 meter long, and it contains a 3.5mm jack that plugs into most devices such as MP3 players or your computer, but what I'd recommend is using the USB driver, which you plug in the 3.5mm jack and then plug the USB into your USB drive. The headset also comes with a 2-meter extension cord, but I'd only recommend this if you've got a good sound card. One thing to remember is that this is not a noise cancelling headset and it is open, so it won't block out any sounds. It also features a very unique wing design where it fits snug on your head and is very comfortable for prolonged gaming sessions. Another thing this headset has is a microphone, which was not included in the previous gaming headsets, but now Audio Technica has decided to put them in after some suggestions from gamers who own them. Apart from the instruction manual, that's all that's in the box. For this, simply just plug the 3.5mm jack into the port provided by the extension cord and you are done at plugging it in. The black 3.5mm jack goes in the port with the headset symbol on it. As you can see, you just plug it in simply, and with the pink connector you plug it into the one that has a microphone symbol. It's very simple, and there you have it. You've plugged it in with the 2mm extension cable. Although I'd recommend using a USB plug-in. For the USB, simply just plug in the 3.5mm jack into the back of the USB driver. Now simply plug in the USB into any USB 2.0 or 3.0 port on your computer. Click on the Windows key to simply take you to the Start menu. Now you type sound into the search bar and you should see a little logo with sound next to it. Now that you're on playback, scroll down till you see the speakers that says USB audio codec and set it to the default device. Now go to speaker properties and make the volume on your speaker or headset down to 25%, as this headset is very loud and it should do. If you want it louder, just drag it up to wherever you feel is comfortable. I wouldn't worry about changing anything, and if that is different to mine, just switch it to the same audio bitrate as me. Now go to your recording tab, and where you see the USB audio codec, set that to your default microphone device. Now just make sure that it is on 100% sound so people can hear your mic properly. And that is basically done for your setup. There's only one more thing you can do to quickly do this instead of going into the sound panel, and that is on the taskbar, simply go to the right of it and there should be a little speaker symbol, and by clicking that you can control the volume of your speakers and your microphone very simply, and you can also access more advanced controls by doing this. So I hope this helps you in setting up your ATH-ADG1. Now I'll get on to a review of this headset, giving you the good aspects and the bad aspects of this gaming headset. So I'll start with the bad aspects. So as you all know, it is a open gaming headset. That does have its advantages and obviously disadvantages. If you are in a house that has a lot of noise and you want to block everyone off, Audio Technica has a closed headset of basically the same caliber of this, and I think that would be more than suitable for that. Whereas this headset, you can basically hear anything that goes on, and it is really good if you have to listen out for people if they're calling you, or and it also just gives you some general idea of what's happening in the background. And if you have a quiet house, I don't see why you wouldn't get this headset, as its open design gives you some of the best sound quality I've ever heard in a gaming headset. And another thing that is negative is not its sort of size, it's the cable length that it gives you. The 1 meter cable is not really enough for most PC setups, and it is a real pain in the ass if you are more than a meter away, because the 2 meter extension cord is only good if you've got a sound card, as it does not have a amplifier on it, whereas the USB is sort of like a mini amp that just gives you better audio quality. So they're the only negatives I can really fork out of this headset, and I'll get into the positives now. The positives are that it has a massive sound, or just a massive speaker. It's 53mm, and I don't think there are many other headsets that are this size for gaming, and that's a really good benefit because it fits snug around your ears. It's really comfortable, and also they've made a good decision on keeping the weight down. It's very light. It's obviously a bit heavier than some other gaming headsets out there because it's pretty big, but it's pretty light for its size anyway. So another thing I'd like to make a positive comment about is its microphone. You are obviously listening to it right now. This is what the microphone quality is like. I don't think the audio is compressed too much, so I think that's a real benefit, and it just beats my previous Turtle Beach mic, which was good, but I think it doesn't really compare, since you're paying a lot more for this headset than the $100 Turtle Beach you can get pretty cheaply. Not only does this headset provide good gaming, it's also very good for chilling out and listening to music, as you can plug it into any MP3 device with its 3.5mm jack. Not too many gaming headsets give you this ability, but obviously I wouldn't particularly recommend using this in bed, as it's pretty big, and you generally want to be sitting up when you're gaming with this or listening to music. It is also good for listening to music on your computer. I haven't really experienced any problems with it. The bass isn't too high. You can obviously play around with that in your settings, but I think keeping it at default settings, maybe adding a bit of bass boost to it if you're into bassy sort of gaming. But I think if you want to get the most accurate and pleasant gaming experience, just leave it on default settings and you should be good to go. Thanks for listening to my overview and review of the Audio Technica ATH-ADG1. I do recommend you pick one of these up off the internet. I don't really think they're too popular to find in stores, particularly in Australia, but if you're going to get one, there's good sites like PC Case Gear. That's where I got mine from. It's not the cheapest. I'm sure they'll come down in price eventually, but I think you can get some good deals on the net, and I think it's definitely worth getting it off the internet when you're comparing it to a store price, which is a good, I'd say $90 more expensive. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to have a nice day, and please consider picking this up as your new PC gaming headset. See you later.